The thousands of Ghanaians suffering from cataracts and corneal blindness remain in darkness as the country operates without a tissue bank or a legal framework to govern organ and tissue use. The pending human organ and tissue bill before Parliament has left hospitals dependent on imported tissues for eye transplants, even though they could be harvested locally if permitted by law. The Ophthalmological Society of Ghana believes the swift passage of the bill will transform eye care delivery. Channel 1 News' Desmond Salasiago has more.
Cataract remains the leading cause of blindness in Ghana, with limited surgical options compounded by the absence of a national tissue bank. Currently, only about 845 cataract surgeries are conducted annually, far below the 2,000 required to meet demand, leaving thousands, particularly in rural areas, without timely care and facing preventable blindness. Speaking at its 34th General Unscientific Meeting, the Ophthalmological Society of Ghana attributed the challenge to the lack of a regulatory framework for harvesting and managing human tissues. The society President Dr. Jifa Bella Oferiaje explained that most tissues for corneal transplants are imported despite the potential for local sourcing. She stressed that passing the human organ and tissue bill would make local harvesting possible and pave way for a national tissue bank to support eye surgery.
Cataract surgical rate for Ghana is 2,000 and we're still hovering around 845 so that we can increase our cataract surgical rates. This is because cataract is a leading cause of preventable blindness in Ghana and globally actually. And we know that cataract, no one needs to be blind from cataract because it is managed surgically. Management is very simple and it's by surgery. We also sought to push for the legislation for organ and tissue transplantation because corneal blindness is another cause of preventable blindness in Ghana, and because there's no legislation backing tissue, any form of tissue or organ transplant donation, then it means that all the corneal tissue that we need to save people from corneal blindness has to be imported into the country. Meanwhile, we will be able to harvest donor cornea here if the legislation were available.
The society